Hi guys, it's Heather at Journey to Wonderland. Just doing a quick video check-in. I am at Saltwater State Park, and this is kind of right here, the coastline off of South King County, not quite Seattle. And way in the distance, that little tiny line there, that's Bainbridge Island. It's about a 20-minute ferry commute to Seattle. A lot of people who live in downtown, work in downtown, will commute by ferry from there. Coming this way, this is Vashon Island in front of me. It's about an hour's ferry commute from Seattle, maybe a half hour from Tacoma, maybe less. Anyway, it's a nice little rural island, lots of small farms on there. Love to go out there on a weekend and just kind of mosey around and relax. It's a nice little area. And then coming this way, I'm not sure, I think that's either like southern end of Kitsap Peninsula coastline north of Tacoma. I'm not sure what that is. Anyway, some landmass in the water. And then here, that's kind of how the coast curves around, and that's kind of the coastline off of Federal Way. Anyway, so that's where I'm at today. Nice little peaceful spot here, just, I don't know, half hour south of Seattle. Anyway, hope you guys have a good weekend, and well, actually I'm going to record another video, but I'll wait till I get back to my car. Anyway, talk to you guys later. Bye-bye. Hey guys, it's Heather at Journey to Wonderland. Just going to do a really quick finish to my week 3 check-in. So stats-wise, I lost about 3.5 pounds. I don't have my book with me, but a little over 3 pounds for this week, which, you know, I was hoping for 5 pounds. Don't know why, but I had it in my head that 5 pounds would be successful. But really, you know what? It doesn't matter. It's a number. I've been doing the program, and my body's going to respond to it how my body's going to respond to it. So I just, you know, I need to let that go. It's just a number. You know, so is pant size. So are inches lost. They're just numbers. Your body is doing what it's going to do as long as you're on protocol. Your body's going to do what it's going to do. So anyway, inches lost. Now, I will say, as far as inches and weight being just a number, they are. But here's what I notice once you get it past kind of the 3rd week of HCG. The pounds lost starts slowing down, but the inches lost starts picking up just a little bit. It's not going to go crazy, dramatic, wonderful, but it's going to be a nice surprise. So I've only lost 3.5 pounds this week, but I lost 3/4 of an inch off of my bra band area. I lost an inch off of my waist and 1.5 inches off of my lower abdomen, lower hip area. That's pretty amazing for only 3.5 pounds. So that's great. Whereas last week I lost 8.8 pounds and lost maybe a 1/2 inch off my entire body. So I think, to me, I'm not a scientist, but to me that means my body has gotten rid of most of its water weight and inflammation, and is now targeting my fat stores, which that's what we want. Yay, fat stores. Anyway, so speaking of the 8.8 pound loss, here's the thing I discovered. Now, part of my low inch loss could have been from, again, losing the inflammation versus losing fat. But also, when my doctor did that biometric body scan on me last week, he recorded I lost 10 pounds. 5 of it from fat, 5 of it from lean muscle. That was scary to me. I don't want to have a 50% muscle loss on this diet. That really bothered me. And it's pretty, you know, he was concerned too. That should not happen on HCG. So we went through my dosage. My dosage seemed okay. We went through my hydration level, my water drinking. That seemed excellent. My protein is up there. I'm doing no fruit, no Melba. He didn't have a concern with that. And doing no fruit, no Melba means that I occasionally have an extra serving of protein. So my protein is really quite adequate for a 500 calorie a day diet. We looked at my carbs, we looked at my fat level. It's all within what he expected. And, you know, I thought, well, I'm really confused. And I was concerned. I'm like, is HCG for me? And I said, you know what? I don't exercise. And I said it because I thought, hey, I don't exercise. I'm not using my muscle, so how could I lose it? And he went, oh, and he said his explanation was the complete opposite of my thinking. If you don't use your muscle well on HCG, you're not signaling your body that it needs to be preserved, that it's important. So it's just, even though the hormone HCG is signaling your body to dig into your fat stores, if you don't use your muscle mass during the diet, your body tends to think, hey, it's not an important priority. And it's just as easy for a body at rest to use muscle mass for energy as it is your abnormal fat stores. So his thing is, I need to start exercising on HCG to signal to my body that my muscle mass is in use and it needs to be preserved. So we'll see. He says that people have had good success with this. So again, my understanding is you need to use your muscles just a little bit every day on HCG to signal to your body that your muscle mass is in use, it's needed, and it needs to be preserved. That was his explanation. So hopefully this week I'll go back and I'll have a little bit better fat loss percentage. So anyway, again, when he says exercise, it's not a lot of exercise. I'm not doing anything vigorous. I'm doing about 10 minutes a day of muscle intensive body weight exercises. So by that I mean I'm doing like squats, I'm doing lunges, I'm doing can't quite do push-up, but I'm doing planks, I'm doing abs. So I'm working my big muscle groups. Speaking of muscle groups, some guy comes by me on the beach today and he goes, hey, you've got really nice deltoids. And I didn't know what to do with that. I mean, I know what deltoids are, but I'm wearing a long sleeve shirt, it's a cloudy, rainy day. I'm like, thanks. Anyway, I don't know, that was my squirrel moment. I don't know what that meant, but it cracked me up. It's like, okay, thanks. Anyway, back to that. So I'm using those big muscle groups, and I'm hoping that when I go back in a few days for my next biometric scan, that it's going to show that I'm losing a lot of fat and not so much muscle. And what I've discovered though is I've always told myself I can't exercise on HCG because I'm only eating 500 calories a day. It would be bad for my body to exercise. And I tell myself I feel weak and I don't have the energy. But what I've discovered is since I've been pushing myself to do these squats and lunges, that by the end of it, I feel more energized. Now I'm not peppy and perky, but I feel more energized than when I started. Today, instead of doing squats and lunges, I may do a little bit at home when I get home, but I did like a 3/4 mile walk along the beach. Again, not high impact at all, very low impact, very pleasant, but it was just enough to get me breathing a slightly bit faster. My heart, looked up a little bit in its beat, but again, not really intense workout. But it's just, again, I'm just doing it. It feels good. So it felt good to be out walking and moving. Whereas before I told myself I couldn't do it. And you know what? I can. And that's an interesting thing to learn. And so it felt good doing it. I'm going to keep on doing it. And when I go back to the doctor, I hope I'll have better news this week for you. Anyway, this is going to be over 8 minutes long, and I don't want to make a long one. So anyway, thanks for watching. I'll check in with you guys next week. Bye-bye.